College travel party to tonight's football contest. The National Junior College Athletic Association, the Mississippi Association of Community and Junior Colleges, and East Mississippi Community College promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other abusive comments or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from Sullivan Wendell Field. EMCC thanks you for your support and cooperation.
And gentlemen, we are thrilled at your attendance today, and we want to get this kicked off the right way. So put your hands together and welcome for your pre-game entertainment, your EMCC Mighty Lion Band. The EMCC Band is led on the field by drum majors Kelly Williams from New Hope, Mississippi, and Chase Griffith from Enterprise, Mississippi. Okay, Lion fans, clap along as the Mighty Lion Band and the EMCC cheerleaders lead us in the fight song spell out. Okay, fans, give me an E. And now, give me an M. Let's now join in together with the cheerleaders for your EMCC fight song. Now cheer along with us as we crank up the pride with these cheers. Now please put your hands together and make welcome the Eastern Bells Dance Line. They'll be dancing to the 60s smash hits, Devil with a Blue Dress, and Good Golly, Miss Molly. How about a big round of applause for the Eastern Bells Dance Line and your EMCC Mighty Lion Band. The EMCC band is led on the field by drum majors Kelly Williams and Chase Griffith. Percussion coordinator is David Sullivan. Color guard coordinator is Catherine Fulton. Dance line coordinator is Megan Anderson. Assistant director of bands is Ron Gann, and director of bands is Chris King.
Good evening. I'm Rick Young, President of East Mississippi Community College. Welcome to Sullivan Wyndham Field on behalf of the faculty, staff, and our Board of Trustees, and the four-time and defending National Championship Lions. Now let's get ready for some of the best JUCO football in the nation. Go Lions!
Opportunity happens at East Mississippi Community College. The opportunity to jumpstart your education with our affordable tuition and financial aid options. The opportunity to explore many career paths with our industry-leading workforce training and academic programs. The opportunity to become a national champion on and off the field. Turn opportunity into reality. Register today at East Mississippi Community College. Opportunity happens here.
Tonight's game officials is assigned by the Mississippi Community College Football Officials Association are Lauren Bobell, Joel Jordan, Stan Acey, Russ Showes, Jerry Lavender, Hugh Brown, Carl Hathorn, and Hayden Atkins. Honorary captains for tonight's game are Athletic Academic Advisor Abby Jenkins, who helped lead the 2017 Football Lions to the title of NJCA Academic Football Team of the Year. Cheer coach Hannah Burnett and EMCC Instructional Office Manager Nikisha Woods. Tonight's captains for Hinds is number 18, Tylen Morton, number 24, Isaiah Latham, number 2, Jadaquis Sherrod, number 75, John Dale. Tonight's captains for EMCC are number 5, Dontario Drummond, number 6, Kilo Swinney, number 47, Eric Kitchen, and number 54, Connor Reinecke.
Spitting and sputtering offensively for both clubs coming out tonight.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be really interesting. You always expect
Listening to the EMCC Radio Network.
game is going to be hang around early, see if you can settle in, and just hope you can win the turnover battle.
Well, EMCC won the toss, and they have elected to receive, so Hinds will be kicking off from right to left as the fireworks display continues on, and it's quite beautiful as it gets the 2018 season officially underway, as momentarily we'll be kicking it off. It's Dontario Drummond and DJ Clayton who will be standing back deep to receive once EMCC breaks huddle at the 50-yard line. Buddy Stevens is down there holding his right hand in the air, getting the attention of his kick return team. He's going to slap a few on the backside as they run out onto the field, and we get set for play here in Scuba. Here's a check, actually going to put Braden Boykin in the return slot here at the near side around the 5-yard line. He will be joined by DJ Clayton, who will be on the far side.
Boykin is explosive. He's a guy you want to see on the field in situations like this. He needs to touch the football. He needs to touch it in space. And, boy, this is one of those opportunities here where he can be dangerous and really help add to the explosiveness of this Lion team.
Carson Flum has teed the football up. He's wearing bright highlight yellow shoes as he stands at the 25-yard line. He's going to be kicking off from right to left as soon as the officials tell us all is in readiness. They have put 15 minutes up on the scoreboard. That means we're ready to go. And he's going to tiptoe up to the football and kick it, and it's going to be a line squib kick. It's going to be taken by the up back inside the 25, and he's going to fall down at the 28-yard line. So about a 4-yard return taken from the 24 up to the 28, and that's where EMCC will get started.
Well, that's one of those situations right there where you've got a guy who's basically a linebacker up there to field the ball, and he says, you know what, I'm just going to get down, get our offense on the field, and not make a mistake here. And go back, Jason, you can be a little bit conservative early. You don't want to make mistakes.
Trips left, one receiver to the near side. Messiah DeWeaver is going to be in the shotgun. He'll have McIntosh flanked to his left. He'll hand it off to McIntosh, who goes straight up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage, but falls forward up to the 31, possibly the 32. I think he stretched the football out. He's going to get a gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up now 2nd down and 6. Kyrie Fields is going to make the stop for the Eagles.
Now, McIntosh, a guy who could pick up those dirty yards for you, those yards after contact, and officials going to step in, see something they don't like. They're going to blow this dead for a moment.
EMCC wearing all black with the chrome skull and crossbones logo on each side of the helmet. All white with the little maroon trim for the Hinds Eagles. Their helmets looking like the Philadelphia Eagles, except white with maroon wings on the side of either helmet. 2nd down and 6 to go. Ball spotted 32, their own 32, middle of the field, and McIntosh has nowhere to go as he tries to bounce around the near side. He might get a yard out of it. I think he gets up to about the 33, and so that will bring up now a 3rd and medium for the Lions. Making the stop is Kirkland Horton for Hinds.
1-yard gain on the play. 3rd down.
So McIntosh has gained all 5 yards here early on in the 2018 season for EMCC.
Yeah, they're making somebody leave the field for Hinds, Jason. Don't know what it is. Maybe an equipment issue. That's Glaze, a defensive lineman. They just told him you got to go.
14-15 to go here in the first quarter, so only 45 seconds into the game. 3rd down and medium for EMCC, their own 33. Ball spotted near hash. Weaver calls for the football, looks to the left, steps up in the pocket, going to tuck it, run it. He's out across the 35. He's going to dive towards the 1st down marker, but he's going to be about a half a yard shy as he gets out just across the 38 or 37 near the 38-yard line, and that would be the yards needed. Amos Robinson is going to make the tackle. Looks like it's going to be 4th and short.
Well, they might have to measure this one. It is going to be close. Looking at the chains across the way, kind of factoring in for the angle, I think he might be right at that 1st down mark.
Well, they're going to say 1st down. So, Gavin, you were right. Our statistician says, hey, it's going to be a 1st down. The way the official looked on the far side, looks like he was going to run in and spot it just a little bit shy, but just the nose of the football got up to the 38, and that's the yardage needed to get a 1st down for the Lions. So, EMCC is going to do something a little odd. They kind of move back. Looks like they're kind of in a semi-huddle, so to speak. 13:57 to go here in the first quarter, and I think we have a stoppage of play. The play clock is not working. It's showing all zeros. Buddy Stevens now is walking down towards the 20-yard line to our left, and he's talking with Randall Bradbury, the athletics director here at EMCC. So we're going to try to get this situation resolved. They knew it had to be something because EMCC does not back off too far behind the line of scrimmage. They just get up there and snap the football and go. The EMCC radio network this year, WFCA 107.9 out of French Camp, your flagship station. Supertalk WZKR 103.3 FM in Meridian, and EMCC's WFTC 92.7 FM in Mayhew. First down, 10 to go from the 38. Here's the snap. They're going to leave it with McIntosh. Tries to go around the left side. It's going to get up to the 39.5-yard line. So it's going to bring up a second down and long. McIntosh carrying the football sort of impressively so far, just kind of chipping away at it. Orlando Brown's going to make the stop for the Eagles.
Well, one thing's about the run, you have to stay committed to it. The yards are tough to get early while people are fresh. You hope that offensive line, though, can kind of wear on Hinds as the game goes.
Second down and 9, throwing it over the middle. Caught 45-yard lines. Boykin coughs up the football, and Hinds is going to have it. And they're going to blow him dead around the 45-yard line, or they're going to say that's incomplete.
I think they're going to say it was incomplete. It looked as if Boykin had it, but then you get into the old question. How many times have we argued about this? What's a catch? And was there a football move made after receiving it? Officials pretty quick. I thought they did a nice job of letting it play out, but pretty quick. Line judge across way coming in saying incomplete.
Trips near side, one receiver to the far. Moving from left to right, ball spotted towards the left hash near the 40-yard line of EMCC. Lions going to throw it out of the backfield. Caught by McIntosh. First down as he goes down the far sideline. Hit hard at midfield, and he's going to have enough for the first down. Nice gain of nearly 13 yards for McIntosh, and he's going to be knocked off his feet by Robinson.
I tell you what, nice job by the right tackle that time, LaQuinston Sharp. There was pressure coming off the edge. They sent a guy under and a guy around. He did a nice job picking up the outside rusher.
Isaiah Latham also in on the tackle and coming across left tackle, or right tackle, I beg your pardon, on the near side, getting down inside Eagle territory down to the 48 is McIntosh. That's a gain of 2 on the play, so it'll bring up now second down and 8.
1-yard gain. Second down and 9.
Lions will have twin receivers either side. Ball placed on the near hash, facing a 3-man front. And a rush in here on the near side. Weaver, plenty of time, dances, looks right, looks left. Now it's going to roll to his left, and he's going to keep it, and he's going to high step a guy around the 45 and walk out of bounds. And now we're going to have a penalty flag fly across the field. It'll be our first penalty flag we've seen thrown here in this 2018 season. 12:38 on the clock, first quarter, no score. The opening drive of the game for EMCC. They have already converted on 2 third downs.
Now we're going to get some type of blocking infraction across the way. It'll be a block in the back, and that's going to be on a wide out that time. Somebody trying to block out on the edge that time.
Kaleem Reddix, who is a sophomore out of St. Martin High School, standing at 6'2", turning 10 pounds.
Again, Jason, talked about that right tackle, LaQuinston Sharp. He picked up that outside backer, that rush in that time, and boy, just stood him up, and the guy just gave up on the play.
Second and 16 to Weaver with a man in motion from far side to near. Will just float it over the middle, and it's caught. And inside the 40, inside the 35, and taken off his feet from behind at the 30-yard line is going to be Keon Moore, a 5'11", 200-pound freshman from Gulfport, Mississippi.
You know, there's lots of ways to handle pass rush, Jason. One of them, obviously, is to pick it up and blocking. The other is to use it to your advantage. Lions did it that time. Let the rush come, had a beautiful screen set up.
Moore is going to be flanked to the right into Weaver, and he's going to take the handoff and trying to go behind left guard. He's going to get inside the 30-yard line. He's going to be down to around the 26, it looks like. So gain of about 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down and 7. That was Moore once again.
Now he'll check out, get a break, and they'll get McIntosh back in the ball game.
Making the tackle that time for Hinds is going to be Jabril Glaze, 6'3", 300-pound defensive lineman, a freshman for Hinds. Ball left hash, snap from the 26. Screen pass thrown over on the far side and caught as McIntosh had to turn from behind to make that grab. He's going to get inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line. Deion McIntosh, 5'11", 195. Sophomore from Pompano Beach, Florida, playing for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish a year ago. He was taken off his feet by Rod Harris. So to bring up a third down and 3 situation. Here's the snap from the 23, and it's to Weaver. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to have to keep it, and he gets out across the 20. He's going to fall forward as he gets down to the 17-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. He needed 3, and he gets 3 extra yards. And it's going to be EMCC in the red zone with another first down and 10 to go. First red zone trip for the Lions here in 2018. The EMCC moving from left to right. Spotted the football, the 17 of Hinds. The snap to DeWeaver, looking left, fires it left, and it is caught at the 15-yard line and spun out of bounds. Is the receiver, and it looks like that is going to be Caleb Reddix, the sophomore from St. Martin High School.
Yeah, that might be the first play of the game, Jason, offensively, where the Lions haven't had a receiver out in the pass route. Really seem to be wanting to involve the running back, excuse me, not a receiver, but a running back in the pass route. McIntosh and Moore both getting involved in the passing game.
DeWeaver with pressure steps up, pump fakes as he gets inside the 10, and he is going to all down around the 8-yard line. So he's going to be close to another first down. Looks like he's going to be about 1.5 yards shy, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and short situation. He needed 6 and got 5, so he's 1 yard shy of the first down. 3rd down and 1, 10:36 clock rolling.
Going to get a heavy package in the ball game here on this play, Jason. They got an extra couple of linemen out there.
Just 2 receivers, 1 to either side. McIntosh flanked to the left of DeWeaver, who takes a snap, hands it off to McIntosh, comes around right side, he gets into the end zone, touchdown, EMCC. They're on the board for the first time in 2018. With 10:17 to go in the first quarter, they take the opening drive down the field and score, and the Lions lead it 6-0, pinning the PAT.
Well, what we talk about, Jason, thought EMCC needed to come out and establish the run. That's what they did, and on that particular play, went heavy. They went 2 tight ends, but not a conventional tight end. They brought in the backup left tackle, DeAnthony Page, and the backup center, Tariq Adams, got them out on the edge, and just more blocking than Hinds could handle.
Josh Smith is going to attempt the PAT. Snap is back, hold is good, kick is good. And EMCC is on top 7-0 with 10:17 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds to Scuba. This is EMCC Football on the Lions Radio Network.
Lead. Deion McIntosh carried it in from 8 yards out for the touchdown.
Drive is 14 plays, 72 yards. And it's a high pooch kick left to right, taken inside the 20. It's going to be a fair catch called at the 18-yard line by Hinds. And calling for the fair catch was Jonathan Jordan.
Well, I'm all for taking a fair catch with an up back, but I'm not sure that I want to do it at my 18-yard line. You know, it's one thing when you get a high pooch kick to go ahead and call the fair catch. That way the receiver's entitled to a chance to catch it if it hasn't hit the ground. So you can take the fair catch and get good field position, but that time it was just kicked too deep.
And the spot of the football is going to be at the 25-yard line. Tylen Morton is going to be the quarterback. The sophomore from Griffin, Georgia, will take the snap, hands it off to his tailback, Ragsdale. He goes straight up the middle, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage and drop. The freshman from Pisgah High School gets no gain. EMCC, by the way, Charlie, with 5 first downs on that 72-yard drive to open up this season. Kane Taylor making the stop at his defensive line position.
Well, and he didn't just make the stop. He absolutely whipped the man in front of him and met the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. That was a brilliant first play of this season by Taylor.
9:48 to go here in the first quarter. Clock rolling. Morton in the shotgun, takes a high snap with twins to the right, hands it off to the Pisgah product who goes around the right side. He's going to be tripped up at the line of scrimmage again. And it looks like Eric Kitchen's going to be in on the stop along with Everett Cunningham.
Yeah, Cunningham did a nice job. He was the left defensive end on that play, and he just strung it out. Never really got free of his blocker, but he was able to keep an arm free, keep a side free, and that allowed him to make the tackle, and now it's 3rd down and long.
Tyler Morton will be in the shotgun, have trips here to the near side. Spotted the football, their own 25. Back to pass, has pressure, now just unloads over on the right side, off the fingertips at the first down sticks at the 35-yard line, and the pass is going to fall incomplete. And so EMCC will get back and receive a punt here in just a moment.
Well, it was a nice job that time just of getting rid of the football by Morton. He was under a heavy pressure, rush coming from every different direction. Then, I'm not going to say it would have been an easy catch, but he needs his receiver to hold on to that football, kind of complete what would have been a nice play.
Oh, the ball is going to go over the head of the punter, and he's going to kick it out of the back of the end zone, and that's going to be a safety. Oh, my goodness. With 9:06 to go here in the first quarter of play, EMCC is going to be on top by a score of 9-0.
Well, Jason, we talked about keys to the game, and so far those keys to the game unfolding in a way that the Lions should like. We talked about EMCC establishing the run. They did that on the first drive. We talked about for Hinds avoiding disaster, avoiding mistakes, and boy, that's, you go 3 and out, and then you airmail the punter on the snap back, and boy, that's one of those self-inflicted wounds that you just can't have. Lions have a 9-0 lead. They're about to get the football back. We've played less than 6 minutes.
Carson Flum, the punter who had to kick it out of the back of the end zone. Boy, the ball was already rolling out of the back of the end zone by the time he got to it, and just kind of gave it a swift kick, and he had no one behind him that was going to fall on it for a touchdown anyway, but he did the safe play, and he's going to have to tee it up and kick it off from the 20-yard line.
Got to be careful kicking it, though. That can actually be a penalty if you kick the football out of bounds. Now, you can knock it out of bounds. Lucky that Hinds didn't get a penalty called on right there. EMCC would have had the option of taking the football at the 1.
So Flum is going to throw his right leg in the air and come upon it at the 20, and it's a high end-over-end kick. Boykin's going to back up, take it to the 10-yard line, run middle of the field, 15, 20, 25, come near hash, 30, 35-yard line, gets to the sideline. He's at the 40, and he's going to be hit and knocked out of bounds there up to about the 41-yard line. So 31-yard return for Braden Boykin out of Madison Central High School, and I think we're going to see some really, really good things out of Boykin this season. He showed us a lot on special teams a year ago, and that's translated into a starting role now at the slot receiver here on offense.
All told for Hinds, though, about as good as you could hope for kicking off from your 20. But the Lions have great field position starting at their 41.
We'll get you caught up on scores from around MAC-JC play here throughout the broadcast. 8:52 to go here in the first quarter. EMCC with their second possession. Snap for their own 41. Moving from left to right. They fire it near side. It's caught around the 42, so not much gain there. Making the reception for EMCC is going to be Adrian Miller, making the tackle Emmanuel Dabney.
Yeah, a lot of lateral passing right now. Let's see if the Lions don't elect to take a shot downfield here pretty soon, as Hinds just creeping up extra men.
Spotted the football at the 43-yard line. Here's the snap, and it's a bad one. It looks like everybody moved. It looked like Reineke just kind of fell on the football, so it's a illegal snap on Reineke, and that's going to back up EMCC 5 yards. So it's going to bring up now a second down and 13 with 8:24 to go in the first quarter. EMCC up 9-0. Scored a touchdown on an 8-yard touchdown run by Dion McIntosh. The PAT by Josh Smith was good. EMCC led it 7-0 before Flum kicked it out of the back of the end zone just a moment ago for a safety. Second down and 13. Firing it near side. Caught again by Miller at the 43-yard line, so he got those 5 yards back, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 8. Pushing him out of bounds once again is Emmanuel Dabney.
We see they've done a nice job letting DeWeaver just kind of get settled in at quarterback. Haven't asked him to do a lot so far. It's been passes to backside of the backfield, passes in the flats, passes, little curl routes. Now it's 3rd down and 8. Going to have to look a little more downfield.
Twin receivers either side. Snap of the football from the 43, their own 43 near side. Firing it to wide open man at the 40-yard line. Caught, stays on his feet inside the 30, and he's pushed out of bounds around the 25-yard line. And that's our good friend, Kaleem Reddix, who's had a couple of catches here in the first quarter. The 6'2", 210-pounder has EMCC in Hinds territory with 7:35 to go in the first.
DeWeaver very close to the line of scrimmage that time, but able to get rid of the pass before he crossed. And the thing he did there, he had pressure. He was looking to run, but he kept his eyes downfield and found the receiver.
Christopher Blair will make the tackle. DeWeaver in the shotgun, raises his right leg, takes the snap, fires it near side, caught 20-yard line on a quick toss, and making the reception for EMCC, Rashad Eads, a 6', 185-pound freshman from just up the road in Macon, Mississippi. So it'll bring up now a second down and 7 situation after the gain of 3. spotted the football near the 20-yard line. Ball near hash, moving left to right. The EMCC in the red zone again, firing it wide open, caught, touchdown, EMCC, Rashad Eads. He was wide open in the end zone. Nice throw from DeWeaver and EMCC with their second touchdown of the 2018 season. First one on the ground, this one through the air.
Well, what we talk about going horizontal, 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 but then go vertical in the passing game. Throwing it down the field. Hinds wasn't looking for it. Wide open was Eads.
And coming out to attempt the PAT, Josh Smith. He's 1 for 1 here in this game on PAT attempts, trying to make it 16-0. Snap is back. It's good. The hold is good. The kick is good as well. And so Smith now 2 for 2. It's 16-0. EMCC with 6:56 to go here in the first quarter, and fireworks now raining down on the EMCC campus here in Scuba on a beautiful evening for college football. We'll be.
Opportunity happens at East Mississippi Community College. The opportunity to jumpstart your education with our affordable tuition and financial aid options. The opportunity to explore many career paths with our industry-leading workforce training and academic programs. The opportunity to become a national champion on and off the field. Turn opportunity into reality. Register today at East Mississippi Community College. Opportunity happens here. Opportunity happens.
Well, pretty good start here tonight for Messiah DeWeaver in his first start for the Lions. He's 9 of 10 passing the football. He has his Lions up 16-0 with 6:56 to go in the first quarter.
And Smith gets his leg into it, taken inside the 10-yard line near side by Hinds, out across the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 as he reversed his field and went to the right side. And making the return there for Hinds is Javante Shorter. Javante Shorter has gotten Hinds out across the 40-yard line, so nice field position for the Eagles on their second offensive possession. The first one was a disaster. They ran it a couple of times with the Pisgah product, Don Ragsdale, and to no avail, and they had to punt the football away, and then there was a high snap, went into the end zone, and just kind of aided by Flum out of the back of the end zone, and Hinds was trailing 9-0 at that point. They leave it with Ragsdale on the inside handoff. He gets out across the 43 up to about the 44, maybe 45-yard line once the dust settles.
Yeah, they actually have a new running back in the ballgame now. David Abney, he's a freshman out of Pascagoula, has checked in. Wasn't even on the depth chart, but now he's out there.
Eric Kitchen with the tackle, so I beg your pardon. So Abney's out there. He's going out for a pass on the snap, and back to pass is Morton. He's going to be hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. May have lost a couple of inches there, so it's going to bring up third down. And boy, this EMCC defensive front has really been wreaking havoc. Buddy Stevens said they were going to be the strength of the defense coming in.
Well, Eric Kitchen has been really good. We've called his name a couple of times, and that time got up the field with a pass rush, but recovered when the play got past him. Actually came back, made the tackle, 3rd down and 8.
Back to pass once again is Morton. He's going to be hit from behind as the ball's just a wobbling duck, caught over his shoulder inside the 35, intercepted by EMCC into midfield, and he's going to be dropped around the 48-yard line. Coming out of the pile with the football for EMCC is going to be Josh Miller, the 5'11" defensive back from Kokomo, Mississippi, a transfer from Jackson State.
Yeah, that's going to be a blemish on the stat sheet of the quarterback, Tylen Morton, for Hinds, but that's not really his fault. He got the hit as he was trying to get rid of the football. There was heavy pressure. He was trying to step up in the pocket. Most of the rushers gotten forced to the outside, but ultimately those tackles just could not stop the EMCC pass rush, and the pressure causes that turnover.
At the end of the first quarter, we'll give you first quarter stats. Hinds just 5 rushes for 23 yards so far. And now negative 23, I beg your pardon. I knew that didn't sound right when I said it. DeWeaver back to pass, and he rolls to his left, and he gets rid of it, incomplete at the 40-yard line of Hinds. That'll bring up now a 2nd down and 10. Yes, it's 5 rushes for a negative 23 yards. EMCC 9 rushes for 36 yards. Just to kind of keep you up to date on some of those stats, we'll give you complete stats after the end of the first quarter. 16-0 EMCC with the lead with their 3rd offensive possession. They already have a safety to their credit because Hinds got one earlier, and then now an interception has given them the ball back. Snap from inside the 50, and it's a fade pattern down the left sideline and trying to make an over-the-shoulder catch once again, and it's incomplete. out around the 20-yard line, and the intended receiver was DJ Clayton.
Not quite enough air under that one, or perhaps not thrown far enough down the field. It just kind of hung up, and the receiver just having to wait on it a little bit, just couldn't catch it in stride. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
And we have a timeout called by Hinds. Larry Williams wants to talk about this one with his defense. It's a 3rd down and 10 situation for EMCC. They're at the Hinds 48. 5:33 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to the EMCC Football Network. And we're back here inside Sullivan Wyndham Field. EMCC with a 3rd down and 10 to go. They're at the 48 of Hinds Community College. EMCC leads it 16-0 here in Scuba. We'll get you caught up on scores from around MACJC play in just a bit. Trip to the near side, one receiver to the far. DeWeaver looking left all the way, fires it left sideline, and it's caught somehow inside the 25-yard line. Yes, down to the 24. Oh, my goodness. A great reception by Travion Jones out of Woodville, Mississippi. I thought he was interfered with, too.
Well, give credit that time, too, to McIntosh. He was the running back. He bought his quarterback just enough time to get rid of that pass.
Twins either side, ball on the left hash, moving left to right. Snap inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Hand off to McIntosh. He goes straight up the middle. Going to bowl over a man at the 21 and get down to the 20-yard line. Penalty flag lies at the 29-yard line between the numbers and the sideline across the way. By the way, missing our sideline reporter tonight, Glenn Beard. He is expected back on the sideline this season. As you heard the White Hat say, possibly, you may have heard him say, it's going to be offsides on Hinds. Penalty is going to be declined, so it's a 1st down EMCC. They're in the red zone again. 3rd offensive series, 3rd trip to the red zone. Knocking on that south end zone door. Spot of the football is going to be at the 20 on the left hash. DeWeaver in the shotgun has trips on the near side. Has McIntosh, who's flanked to his right. Single receiver to the left. McIntosh looking right. Now steps up in the pocket. Looks left. Doesn't have anything. Just scrambling around like a water bug. Has to get rid of it, but he doesn't throw it. He's going to be tripped up, and he's going to be sacked back at the 26-yard line.
Did a nice job buying some extra time. Kept his eyes downfield, but just needed one more block. Buddy Stevens telling him to get rid of that football.
Timeout EMCC. It's going to be their first timeout called here in the first half. 4:40 to go in the first quarter. 16-0. Your number 1 Lions on top. We'll be back in a moment. This is EMCC football on WFCA. .440 to go here in the first quarter. 16-0 EMCC on top. Buddy Stevens called a timeout just a moment ago and wanted to talk about some things. As Charlie mentioned a second ago, it was DeWeaver who was in trouble. Took a 6-yard loss on the sack and just didn't get rid of the football, trying to do a little bit too much and make too much happen.
Boy, I tell you what, though, you've got to be really excited about the potential at quarterback this year for the Lions. DeWeaver, well, it looks really polished here early in the season.
Yeah, he's 10 of 13 passing for the Lions in the shotgun at the between the 25 and 26-yard line of the Eagles. Looks left, now will run it on the right side. Pump fakes, gets inside the 20, and he's going to take it out about the 16-yard line. So he's going to gain about 10 yards on the play, and that'll bring up now a 3rd down and medium situation for the Lions. So 3rd down and 5 now with 4:30 to go in the first quarter, clock rolling. Beg your pardon, it's going to be a 3rd down and roughly 7 situation. Here's the snap by Weaver, has pressure up the middle, and he's going to get rid of it and call it 10-5, touchdown, EMCC. The Lions are on the board again, and making the reception is Kaleem Reddick's.
Crossing route that time, came across the middle of the field. Nice job buying time by the quarterback to Weaver, and boy, good hands too by Reddick. That ball had a little bit on it, was thrown out in front of him, but he made the catch and then did a good job keeping his feet, getting into the end zone, and the Lions in control early.
We'll await the PAT. Josh Smith getting a lot of reps at kicking point afters. It's 22-0, trying to make it 23-0, and he does. The kick goes right through the uprights, and EMCC is up 23-0 with 4:13 remaining in the first quarter. I'm digging the fireworks here in Scuba. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the kickoff to the Eagles. This is the EMCC Radio Network.
Opportunity happens at East Mississippi Community College. The opportunity to jumpstart your education with our affordable tuition and financial aid options. The opportunity to explore many career paths with our industry-leading workforce training and academic programs. The opportunity to become a national champion on and off the field. Turn opportunity into reality. Register today at East Mississippi Community College. Opportunity happens here.
EMCC up 23-0 with 4:13 remaining in the first quarter. Boy, it's been all Lions, and boy, they look like a sharp, polished football team here in the season opener. Smith gets his foot under it. His right leg's going to kick it sideways, end over end, and it's going, sideways out at the 10-yard line, and it's going to be taken by the Eagles out across the 20, up near the 23-yard line. So about a 13-yard return. And making the tackle is Joseph Anderson. Reginald Todd is the Mississippi State transfer with the return there of 13 yards. Was a key receiver for Dan Mullen's Bulldogs a year ago. He's no longer in Starkville, neither is Dan Mullen. Joe Moorhead makes his debut coming up on Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. from Davis Wade Stadium at Scott Field. So Morton's back out at quarterback, 4:07 to go in the first quarter. Morton takes a snap, gives it to his man in motion who is from the far side of near, and he's going to be bottled up and he's going to be dropped back at the 20-yard line. He's going to lose 4 yards on the play. And carrying the football there for Hinds is Jovante Shorter.
Now flag down on the play, so let's see what they have here. Right around the line of scrimmage.
Kilo Sweeney, by the way, made the tackle for the Lions. That was number 14. That was Jovante Shorter who made that carry there in motion from far side to near.
On the offense. 15-yard penalty. Replay the down.
So illegal block on the offense. I think they said that was, number 53? That would be Daniel Smith, a 6'1", 275-pound sophomore offensive lineman from Smithville High School out of Amory, Mississippi. Exactly 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, so the officials are going to pick up the yellow hanky now.
You know, Jason, you always have that debate about whether to take the ball or to play defense first. EMCC always, it seems, elects to take the ball, but look at this. It's 23-0. Hinds has 6 offensive plays. One of them, by the way, for positive yards. The rest of them going the wrong way for Hinds.
1st and 22 now. Ball's going to be placed on the 12-yard line after the penalty. They're on 12. Low snap taken at the ankles. Morton's going to roll and fire it near side. Has a man wide open. It goes off his fingertips, but he catches it at the 30, and he's going to rumble up across the 40 up to about the 43-yard line. And making the reception for the Eagles is going to be Quamede Stewart, a 6'1" freshman receiver out of Hazelhurst High School. He was all alone at the 30-yard line. Joseph Anderson's going to take him off his feet. It went off his hands, went up in the air, but it fell right back into his hands. There's nobody there to defend it.
Looked like Kitchen was being held as he came on the pressure that time.
Oh, screen pass on the right side, hit, but didn't get him to the ground. And getting out across the 40, near the 40-yard line, is the ball carrier, and that's going to be Travion Craig. Made the reception on the screen pass. Is still a loss on the play. Making the tackle was Cunningham. Everett Cunningham with a tackle near the 40-yard line. Ball's going to be placed on the right hash. Tylen Morton, wearing jersey number 18 in the shotgun. Everybody gets set now, looks back to the far sideline to receive the play. Twin receivers to the right, Twins to the near side. Here's the snap. They're back to pass. Looking, steps up. Now rolls to the right, and it's going to have to unload down the far sideline. Picked off. Well, he's going to be out of bounds. Yeah, he's picked off at the 39-yard line of EMCC. Crowd doesn't like it, but he did come down out of bounds.
I think it was inbounds when he took off, out of bounds when he landed.
Jacob Anderson, by the way, with that unofficial non-pickoff, so to speak.
Oh, I'd say it's officially not a pickoff.
Yeah. Well, he caught it. Just was out of bounds, so it's officially not an interception. Anderson will get one of those. So 3rd down and 13. Here's the snap from their own 40. Fires it and almost intercepted over at the 44-yard line across the way. So that's going to be incomplete, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 13.
That was C.J. Goller there, who had a chance to pick it off, converged nicely on the football. And after that one bright spot on the long completion, Hinds goes backwards again. They resume their normal operation, and now they'll be forced to punt. And boy, punts have been a dangerous proposition for Hinds so far.
2:37 to go in the first quarter. EMCC already up 23-0. Flum has to reach up and get it at the 25, and he kicks it straight up in the air. EMCC, it looks like the way the trajectory of the football may have gotten a fingertip on it. We have a penalty flag, and this may be a running into or possibly a roughing the kicker penalty on EMCC.
Well, and you know, you just made an important point, Jason. That is the question of whether someone got a finger on it. If they do, if they're able to get a hand on it, then this flag ought to come back. But I think they're going to say there was no block of the football.
Running into the kicker, number 20 on the receiving team. That penalty is declined.
And interesting that time, it was a running into the kicker penalty. Hinds elected to decline it. The last thing they want to do is have to send their punt team back out there again and kick it over, because that was another high snap on the pass back.
So they'll have it at their own 30. That's EMCC. DeWeaver is going to be in the shotgun. He'll stand at his own 25-yard line. Boykin's going to be the slot receiver here near side. With Twins near side, Twins to the far side. Ball's going to be placed at the 30 on the far hash. The snap to DeWeaver. Quickly going to get rid of it on the slant, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Boykin around the 36-yard line, so it's going to bring up now a 2nd down and 10.
I think Boykin might have been guilty looking down the field a little bit that time. Pretty good pass that time from DeWeaver.
So 3rd down and 10. Braden Boykin out of Madison Central High School. 2:23 clock stopped here in the first quarter. 23-0. This could be a long night for Hinds. 2nd and 10. Here's the snap. Going to leave it on the ground. McIntosh looking really good running the football now, as he's had some running lanes, and he gets up around the 37-yard line. So gain of 7. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Kyrie Fields will knock him off his feet.
Thing I like about McIntosh, he looks to have good vision, but he's got such a dangerous, quick step. When he gets moving, he can get to full speed in a hurry.
Clock's going to be under 2 minutes before the ball is snapped between receivers either side. Ball once again on the far hash from the 37. Oh, they're looking for Boykin over the middle of the field again, and it's incomplete. So it's going to bring up 4th down, and EMCC's going to have to punt it for the first time tonight, and it comes at the 1:53 mark in the first quarter, and this is on the 4th possession of the game.
McIntosh just had to get rid of that football. Delivered a pretty good pass when you consider the duress that he was under. He just had to get rid of it.
And EMCC is now 7 of 8 on 3rd downs. So we'll see Johnny Moss, the 6-foot, 150-pound freshman for the first time tonight, kicking the football away. He'll stand at his own 22. Ball on the left hash at the 37. Here's the snap, perfect snap, and it's a beautiful kick. It's going to go around the 20, backing up and getting it. It's the return man for Hinds out across the 25, making a couple of men miss, and he's going to be tripped up around the 30-yard line. And once again, that's shorter with the return. So shorter, about 11-yard return up to around the 31-yard line. With 1:42 to go in the first quarter, EMCC leads at 23-0. Next week, the Lions on the road at Pearl River. 6 p.m. is the kickoff, so an hour early start. I like the 6 p.m. kickoffs. I wish it would be a rule across the board. You start JUCO games at 6. You like 2 p.m.? Yeah, but that's on Saturdays. You can't do that on Thursdays. Yeah, noon would be good. But a 6 p.m. start, not too bad. Ball on the right hash, ugly snap of the shotgun to Morton. He's going to sling it near side, and it's incomplete at the 48-yard line. He was looking for Quamid Stewart. What an ugly release by Morton that time, kind of sidearmed it.
Well, that was the design play that time. They wanted to make it look as if they were going to come back and sling it on a quick spot pass out to the left, but as they were selling that, they had a man release deep. They were just trying to get everybody to bite and come up. Wow, they snuck a guy out there, but the Lions showed discipline.
2nd down and 10. Back to pass, firing it over the middle, and it's incomplete at midfield. And that's going to bring up now 3rd down and 10. He was looking for shorter.
Yeah, that was Travion Craig out there, I believe.
Me, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, and he just a little bit guilty that time of
was Craig.
Kind of some short arms that time because that ball,
he was open.
Just didn't go get it.
Flank to the left is going to be Don Ragsdale of the quarterback. Morton, who's going to take the snap, roll deep to the left. Now keep it himself, and he's going to step out of bounds around the 40-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 2 situation. They had to get to their own 42, and he stepped out of bounds at the 40. So once again, it's another situation where we're going to see Carson Flum is going to have to come out there and punt it away. He better keep his legs iced after this game.
Well, that's one, too, where you want to see your quarterback go ahead and fight for that extra couple of yards. He did a good job getting upfield, but then stepped out of bounds about 2 yards short of the 1st down, and you wonder if you don't lay out, maybe give yourself a chance right there.
Or you wonder maybe if he got a little confused at where he was on the field or where the 1st down marker was. But you're right, if he lays out there, he probably gets it. He has to move to his left as Flum and receive this pass back, and it's going to be a high, weird, ugly kick that's going to bounce at the 30 of EMCC. It's going to take a Hinds roll inside the 30 down to around the 26-yard line. So that's where EMCC will start their own 26. 1:05 to go here in the 1st quarter. 23-0 is our score. So next week we'll be down in Pearl River, then go on the road to Itawamba. Next time we'll be back home. It's going to be Thursday, September the 20th against Mississippi Delta at 7 p.m. So the official spot is going to be the 27 for EMCC. DeWeaver back out there, who's 11 of 16 passing. For the Lions tonight, ball's going to be spotted middle of the field, twins either side. Hinds with a 3-man front with a rush in on the right side. Here they come after him. He steps up, does DeWeaver, and he's looking, pump fakes, gets around the 25-30. He's going to be hit hard at the 32-yard line, and that is a legal play. He was not out of bounds yet. He was hit hard out of bounds. A nice hit by Hinds.
Yeah, it was Orlando Brown, the sophomore linebacker out of Gulfport, and he was in pursuit. He got there before DeWeaver went out of bounds and put a legal hit on him.
52 seconds, now 51 seconds before the end of the 1st quarter. Twins either side, 2nd down and 5. So 2nd and medium for EMCC after the 5-yard gain up to the 32. Here's the snap by DeWeaver. Quickly is going to hand it off to McIntosh, who's stammering and stuttering and now bolts forward up to about the 35-yard line, straight up the middle. So a gain of about 3 on the play for EMCC. So it's going to bring up now a 2nd and 2, or 3rd and 2, I beg your pardon. And making the tackle is Jeremiah Doss, wearing jersey number 1. Doss, 6'4", 275 out of Northwest Rankin High School. So 3rd down and 2. Here's the snap to leave with McIntosh. Went to his left and cut quickly up the field. Gets out across the 40-yard line. I think they're going to say his knee goes down at the 41st down for EMCC. Nice run by McIntosh there.
I like what you're seeing so far, and that's a little bit of discipline to get up the field, get the 1st down, and as they say, not try to do too much.
And that's going to run out the 1st quarter play. So we'll head to the 2nd quarter with the EMCC on top 23-0 here in Scuba, the number 1 ranked team in the country, leading the number 13 ranked team in the country. We'll take a look at stats and also scores from around MAC-JC play when we return. In 1 minute, this is the EMCC Radio Network.
Opportunity happens at East Mississippi Community College. The opportunity to jumpstart your education with our affordable tuition and financial aid options. The opportunity to explore many career paths with our industry-leading workforce training and academic programs. The opportunity to become a national champion on and off the field. Turn opportunity into reality. Register today at East Mississippi Community College. Opportunity happens here.
Dominated the stat sheet, 212 yards to just 13 for Hinds in that first quarter.
Here's the snap by DeWeaver from the 40, their own 40, moving from right to left now. First play of the second quarter, DeWeaver 45, and he's going to step out of bounds at the 48-yard line. 8-yard gain by the quarterback, the transfer from Michigan State by way of Dayton, Ohio. DeWeaver's been impressive with his arm mostly and his decision-making, but he's also shown the ability to be able to tuck it and run it as well. So second down and 2. Ball spotted their own 48-yard line for EMCC with twin receivers either side. DeWeaver plenty of time now, fires it near side, and it is caught diving out across the 50. Is going to be for a first down, and making the reception is Keon Moore out of the backfield, and Rod Harris is going to make the stop.
Another play where the Lions are involving the running backs in the passing game, and they've done that with McIntosh, but especially Moore. Like what he can do out of the backfield.
The 12th first down now for EMCC. And here's the snap. They're going to hand it off to the man in motion from near side to far. It's going to be tripped up inside the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. And for EMCC, that's Kaleem Reddix. And making the tackle is going to be Emmanuel Dabney.
Yeah, so pad the stat sheet a little bit that time for DeWeaver because it was a forward toss. That'll go down in the books as a pass. Although, as you say, it was more in the nature of a handoff, but it was a pass.
Yeah, it looked from up here by the naked eye like it was a handoff, but it was just a little short toss. Ball on the right hash, and the ball is going to be fumbled on the snap, but we have whistles and flags. And it's going to be a false start on EMCC. That's going to be their second false start penalty.
Something happened. That ball never even got back to the quarterback until it had been kicked on the ground about twice. So something with that ball coming out a little bit funny that time is going to have the Lions a 5-yard penalty, put them in a first down and 15 situation as the ball will be at the 42.
And that's their third penalty for 18 yards. 2 penalties for 13 yards in the first quarter for EMCC. Under 14 to play before halftime. SEC update will come your way. We begin SEC play tonight in College Station. Weaver back to pass, fires it on the crossing route, caught 39-yard line, staying on his feet to the 35, and pushed out of bounds around the 31-yard line. And making the reception for the Lions is going to be DJ Clayton, the 5'9", 175-pound sophomore from Porterville, Mississippi. And making the tackle is going to be Isaiah Latham, one of the team captains for Hinds. So a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down and 4. Ball near hash now. Moving from right to left. Here's the snap to DeWeaver. Is going to hand it off to Moore. Is going to bounce up the middle, and he's going to bounce to the far hash. Gets inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line. Keon Moore, the 5'11", 200-pound freshman from Gulfport, played at Harrison Central High School, will move the chains. That's going to be the 13th first down for EMCC here in the first half. Up 23-0. Trips near side, one receiver to the far. A couple of defensive substitutions for Hinds. Now we have a whistle and an official's timeout. And they're going to, maybe an equipment issue or something, or maybe an injury. All I know is EMCC has a player.
Yeah, it's Bailey Trusty, the right guard, who's coming out of the ball game, and looks like DeAnthony Page is going to get in. He'll go to left tackle, and then they're going to.
I think he needed a breather. He's not being attended to on the near side other than just a coach talking to him. So EMCC with first down, 10 to go. Spotted the football, the 22 of Hinds. Now firing it up on a fade pattern near side, and being pushed out of bounds was Drummond, and they're going to throw a penalty flag. Not certain that was going to draw a penalty flag, but it did as Drummond was bumped. I'm not certain Drummond was going to make that catch. but nonetheless will take it. Pass interference inevitably is coming up on Hinds here. Ontario Drummond, the leading receiver from a year ago, 37 catches, 609 yards. 10 touchdowns, 6 of those, Charlie, came in the last 4 games of the season.
You know, Jason, it's interesting. You look at when Trusty, the right guard, went out of the ball game, instead of going to his backup, they actually brought in the backup left tackle, DeAnthony Page, put him at left tackle, and then swung the starting left tackle, Jacoby Jones, the sophomore out of Starkville, swung him to the right guard. So you're seeing the versatility of Jacoby Jones going from left tackle to right guard here and just from one play to the next.
Let me tell you, that's not easy for all involved. Trips right. One receiver near side, man in motion from far side to near. Here's the snap from inside the 10-yard line of the Eagles. DeWeaver's going to keep it, and he's got it still as he's being hit again, and finally ridden to the turf around the 9-yard line. So he is going to lose a yard on the play as DeWeaver is sacked. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal to go from the 9 of Hinds. I tell you what, man in motion that time was Julian Connor. Boy, he has some wheels. He went from right to left in a hurry.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of those defensive linemen from Hinds came straight up the field in a hurry that time, and that really cost trouble. Nothing DeWeaver could do there.
Trips bunched around the numbers at the 10. Here's the snap to Weaver. Quickly fires it, caught, 5-yard line, going towards the goal line. Does he get in? No, down to the 1-yard line. Was that Connor that made the reception, or was, no, that's going to be Adrian Miller. So Miller with a reception at the 5, and he's going to get down to the 1-yard line. Looks like it's going to be about a foot inside the 1.
And
so
Lions going to go heavy again, Jason. Get that 2 tight end set, 2 extra offensive linemen out there. They'll line up as tackles, and the tackles will just swing wide out to the guard, or excuse me, the tight end spots.
Deion McIntosh flanked to the left of Messiah DeWeaver. Jumbo package in there, the snap, and going towards the goal line from the 1. Is he in? Touchdown, 2nd touchdown for EMCC on the ground, and the 2nd one by McIntosh. Deion McIntosh gets in from a yard out, and EMCC leads it 29-0 pending the PAT.
Again, Jason, we get so used to the past few years and the way the Lions have done it. This is going to be a different look offensive team, and that's not to say they can't throw it, but they're going to establish the running game. And we've seen more power sets here tonight than I think we've seen in the past couple of years. Just getting ugly and getting in behind those big offensive linemen.
Josh Smith will attempt the PAT after the snapback. The hold, the kick, it is good. And EMCC leads it 30-0 with 11:37 to go here before halftime. McIntosh, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Lions lead it big. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Radio Network. For EMCC, they lead it 30-0 with 11:37 to go here in the first half. And kick's going to be taken at the goal line behind, out across the 5, 10, 15, 20, middle of the field. Now reversing his field, trying to go to the left side. And taking it is Reginald Todd out to about the 25-yard line. So that'll be a 25-yard return for the Mississippi State transfer. And that's where Hinds will start at their own 25, moving from left to right. A couple of scores. New Orleans Saints, 7:37 to go in the second quarter, leading the Rams in exhibition play 6-0. And in college football, we'll get to some of these scores. You got a halftime lead by UCF, number 21. Golden Knights over UConn by 18, 28-10. Ball State leads Central Connecticut State 21-0. Here's the snap on first down, screen pass near side, and it's caught out across the 28 up to the 30-yard line. Ball's on the ground. Looks like Hinds is going to fall back on it at the 31-yard line.
Is it too early to start cheering against UCF, by the way?
No.
After the ridiculous feat that they pulled a year ago, celebrating a championship that nobody
ridiculous.
in their right mind could have viewed as being legitimate.
And they were very taunting about it, too. So gain of 6 on the play. Here's 2nd down and 4. Here's the snap. Going to hand it off to the Pisgah product, who's going to be hit hard in the backfield. Tries to go forward to make something positive out of nothing, and he might get a half a yard. Is Don Ragsdale as he gets up to about the 32-yard line. Pearl River Community College in the second quarter leading Itawamba by 20, 27-7. Holmes trails Copiah Lincoln Community College at the half, 21-13. 4 scores after this play on 3rd down and 3, rolling to the left, trying to square to throw, and now side pedals, and now will throw it deep down the field, has a couple of receivers there, and it is tipped up in the air, almost picked off by EMCC at the 10-yard line. It's incomplete, so it will be 4th down now and 3 to go. EMCC had a chance there, Charlie.
Well, here's the thing that gets me. Morton throws that ball about 65 yards in the air, and if that's what you came to see tonight, that's great. But it was 3rd down and 4. You barely have scratched first down territory all night. I'm not sure that winding it up and showing off your arm is the play to make right there.
DJ Clayton will be back deep to receive this Carson Flum punt attempt. So from the 32, their own 32, the snap is back. Here's the kick. It's a wobbly kick, and Clayton tells everybody to get away from it, and he's going to back away from it. It's going to roll inside the 20. Here on the near hash down to about the 17-yard line. More scores. East Central Community College leading Northwest Community College at the half, 17-14. Coahoma trails Jones 14-0. Mississippi Gulf Coast all over Mississippi Delta here in the second quarter, 28-0. And Northeast leading Southwest 14-6 in the second quarter. Texas A&M leads Northwestern State, by the way, 7-0 in the first quarter. 10:58 to go. So this one's a pretty early lead for the Aggies. Jimbo Fisher in his first season in College Station. And now we have a whistle and a timeout call by EMCC with 10:03 to go before halftime. It's 30-0. Lions on top of the Eagles. You're listening to the EMCC Radio Network.
By the way, 1st and 10 at their own 18 are the Lions.
Here's the snap from their own 18, and Weaver, they got a hand on him. He throws it across the near side, and it's incomplete at the 30-yard line. 35, I beg your pardon, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. EMCC, the first down discrepancy, 15-1. Hinds has 1 first down in this game.
And that was that long pass that a nice job buying some time, had a man open, a little bit of a busted coverage. That's been it.
Twins either side for EMCC. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off to McIntosh. He backs up to the 10, stutter steps a little bit, tries to reverse his field, comes back near side looking for a block. Can't get it and gets down to about the 13-yard line. So going to be a big loss of the play for EMCC. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Lions deep in their own territory. 30-0, EMCC on top, 9:47 to go here in the first half. Penalty flag on the numbers at the 20-yard line, Charlie. It's against Hinds. Was it offsides? Okay, so it's an offsides penalty on the Eagles. And that's going to put the football up to the 23.
Race is a negative play, too.
Yeah.
That's the big thing there.
We'll take it, but Hinds continues to shoot themselves in the foot at inopportune times. McIntosh flanked now to the right of DeWeaver, and it's a slip screen caught near side and getting out across the 25, and it's going to be buried there.
Yeah, all that for a couple of yards. It looked like it had some promise. Couldn't get that second level blocking, though, to help spring it. But it'd be third and manageable, third and about 2.
Taekwon Ulmer. Remember when EMCC was just deadly on slip screens? I mean, they called that play anytime they wanted, and it would result in 30, 40 yards, it seems. So third down and short for EMCC, 3rd and 3 from their own 26-yard line. DeWeaver with a snap. He's back to pass. Great protection. Fires it near side. Caught up at the 30-yard line and pushed out of bounds around the 33. And making the reception for the Lions is going to be Demario Edwards, 5'9" freshman from West Point, Mississippi. Played at West Point High School, a state championship a year ago. And making the tackle is going to be Ron Harris. The 16th first down now for EMCC. Spotted the football their own 35 near hash. DeWeaver in the shotgun, looking right, looks over the middle, now takes it over the middle himself, and he'll dive up to the 40-yard line. He'll gain about 5 yards on the play, so that's going to bring up a second down in medium. Knocking him off his feet is going to be Darren Peterson.
Tackled by Darren Peterson.
Clock rolling, 8:29 before halftime. Coming up at the half, Charlie will take a look at stats, and we'll also take a look at an SEC update as we take a look at games around the league this Saturday. A lot of coaches making debuts this weekend. DeWeaver back to pass, and he fires in, catches his man in stride. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, and he's going to be caught from behind and drugged down around the 15-yard line. And that's going to be Purvis Frazier, a 6-foot freshman from Louisville, Mississippi. He caught it on the slant, and he did not miss a beat. Beautiful pass and catch that time, and Jonathan Jordan's going to make the tackle for the Eagles.
Boy, he's got a step in two in him. He has some speed.
45 yards on the catch by EMCC. Here's the snap from the 15 of Hinds. They're going to leave it on the ground, and Connor is going to go around the right side. He's going to be hit and dropped around the, looks like the 14-yard line. Julian Connor, a quarterback / receiver, who's going to be flanked to the right of DeWeaver, playing tailback now. So second down and 8 to go. Ball spotted between the 13 and 14-yard line. Thrown over the middle, broken up by Hinds, almost intercepted, and should have been intercepted at the goal line.
Zone coverage that time in the secondary. Had a defender sliding over right in front of that pass.
DeWeaver's pass knocked away, incomplete.
So it's incomplete, and it's going to be a third down and 8 situation for EMCC with 7:27 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, EMCC had come to the sideline as if a timeout had been called. The officials pushing them back out on the field. Thought we were going to get a stoppage of play for an injury, but the young man got up, and so now EMCC just getting to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to have to hurry. Just 6 on the play clock.
Now 4, now 3. They get set. 2 seconds. They take the snap. DeWeaver back to pass. Fires it towards the right pylon, and it is incomplete. It's going to bring up now a fourth down and 8 situation. And with the football on the 13-yard line, they're going to attempt the field goal. So a 30-yard field goal attempt is coming up for Josh Smith, the 5'9" freshman from Tupelo, Mississippi. 165-pounder, played for the Golden Wave. So 30-yard field goal attempt, his first field goal attempt of his EMCC career with 7:22 to go in the second quarter. We'll await the snap back. Here it is. Here's the hold, and the kick is in over in, and it is no good. And EMCC misses the 30-yard field goal attempt. It's 30-0 still. EMCC with the lead. 7:17 to go before half. We'll be back with a kick to the Eagles in a moment. You're listening to the EMCC Radio Network. Hinds with a pass to the left side. It gets out to the 25-yard line. So no kick to the Eagles. Charlie Winfield pointing that out in the timeout. And Kilo Sweeney with the tackle at the 25-yard line. Obviously, a brain blurb there.
It's still early, Jason.
Yeah, it's still
opening
the first game
week,
of the
man.
season. Trips near side. Here's the snap. And going to hand it off to the tailback, Ragsdale, and he's going to be harassed in the backfield, dropped at the 21 for a loss of 4.
Eric Kitchen was the first guy who got back there, forced Ragsdale a little deeper than he wanted to be, and then he had to cut it up, and when he did, there were a wall of defenders there for the Lions. That's a nice play by Kitchen working at that left side defensive end.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. Tylen Morton out of Griffith, Georgia, starting his sophomore season, had a really, really good year in Raymond a year ago, has not had a great opener of 2018. He'll snap it from their own 21, back to pass, kind of braces himself, now rolls to the left, intercepted at the 33-yard line, cuts back down the field, and trying to avoid a tackler is Kilo Sweeney at the 25. He's going to walk out of bounds at the 20-yard line, and he's going to get mobbed by his teammates over on the sideline. Kilo Sweeney with the pickoff for EMCC, the second interception by the Lion defense tonight, and EMCC will be in the red zone again tonight. Moving from right to left, 5:57 to go before halftime.
Yeah, this is basically where you were when you missed the field goal. So now, basically get a new set of downs, pick up where you were. First down and 10 to go at the 20. 5:57 to go, first half of play. 30-0, the Lions in the lead and a chance to add to it.
Connor and Drummond's going to be flanked at receiver here on the near side. Boykin slot receiver to the right. Miller is your wideout, standing along the line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line to the far side. McIntosh flanked to the left of DeWeaver. Ball near hash at the 20 of Hinds. EMCC with ball possession. 18 to snap it. DeWeaver takes the snap, has all day to throw. Now rolls to his right, still rolling to his right. Pump fakes, now fires it, and it's going to be out of bounds near the 5-yard line, just throwing it away, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Lions. Up 30-0 over Hinds here in the second quarter. This is a top 15 battle, and EMCC has won every facet of the game so far. The only hiccup, they've had a couple of penalties, and they missed a 30-yard field goal just a moment ago. Trips right, one receiver near side, DeWeaver shotgun. McIntosh to the right, here's the snap. Rolling to the right is DeWeaver. Looking, still looking. He's going to be hit, still holds onto the football, and it's going to be tipped up in the air and incomplete at the 10-yard line. A diving Hinds Eagle fell in there to attempt the interception, and that was Willie Brown, the freshman defensive back from Pearl High School. Pearl winning a state championship a year ago. Others believe they'll contend for a 6A title again this season. 5:40 to go. Clock stopped here in the second quarter. 30-0, EMCC on top. First game of the 2018 season. EMCC with a 3rd and 10 from the Hinds 20. DeWeaver raises his right leg, and the snap is going to hit the leg of the center, it looked like, and it's a false start.
That's the 3rd time today that Lions have had trouble getting the pass back to the quarterback. That time, I don't know if it's just a situation where the ball's a little wet or what's happening, but just losing the grip on the football is the center, and that'll back it up, make it 3rd down and 15 now at the 25.
So 3rd and 15 for the Lions, as Charlie mentioned, from the 25-yard line of Hinds. DeWeaver's going to be in the shotgun. We'll have twins to either side. Here's the snap to DeWeaver. Back to pass. Has pressure coming from the backside, and he is going to be able to throw it away. I thought he was about to be sacked. How though? DeWeaver's just got some strength. I mean, you look at his stature. DeWeaver stands at 6'4", or 6'5", I beg your pardon, 230 pounds. I just had a hard time getting him down. There's no way he should be allowed to just kind of square and get rid of that football.
Yeah, there were guys coming from both sides.
Really?
Both the defensive ends were running free that time at DeWeaver, and looked like a sure sack. But look, he's a big, strong guy. He looks a little bit lanky at times, but well, he's a big guy to try to bring down, and he's got a lot of strength and just kind of fought off the defender.
And now we have a whistle. A timeout's going to be called by Hinds with 5:31 to go here in the second quarter. EMCC's attempting a 4th and 15 from the 25 of Hinds. Back in 30 to Scuba at Sullivan Wyndham Field. You're listening to the EMCC Radio Network.
Opportunity happens at East Mississippi Community College. The opportunity to jumpstart your education with our affordable tuition and financial aid options. The opportunity to explore many career paths with our industry-leading workforce training and academic programs. The opportunity to become a national champion on and off the field. Turn opportunity into reality. Register today at East Mississippi Community College. Opportunity happens here.
And we're back here in Scuba, Mississippi, and Hinds, whatever they wanted to talk about defensively has been discussed. They're coming back out onto the field now. And with 5:31 to go before halftime, EMCC leads at 30-0. EMCC is going to go for a 4th and 15 at the Hinds 15. So DeWeaver surveys the defense. They're going to go with a 4-man front to the Eagles. Trips to the right. The snap to the breadbasket of DeWeaver. He's going to fire it on a fade pattern near side. Has a man called touchdown. EMCC, it's Drummond. Now there's the sign. The Lions are up 36-0 with 5:22 to go. Drummond with his first touchdown catch of the season.
Well, nice throw, nice catch, and a good job by Drummond. He down in bounds. See, DeWeaver had time that time and just puts it in there. Drummond able to tap his toes, stay in bounds, and Lions will try to make it 37-0 as they will attempt the point after touchdown.
25-yard touchdown pass from DeWeaver to Drummond. The third touchdown pass by DeWeaver. PAT is up and good. One thing Smith's been really good at, he's been very good and consistent with PATs. Tonight, the Tupelo product will come off the field now after the PAT with the rest of his teammates to fireworks. It's like the 4th of July here on this August 30th opener. 37-0 EMCC on top. 5:22 to go before half. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This time we will kick it to the Eagles. You're listening to the EMCC Radio Network. Here's the kick from Smith. It's high and over in. Backing up to the 1 and taking it there is going to be Reginald Todd. He's out across the 20, 25. Stays on his feet, middle of the field at the 30, and he's going to be hit hard around the 31-yard line. So Reginald Todd returns it 30 yards, taking it at his own 1-yard line. Gets up to the 31 of Hinds. Mississippi State transfer. Trying to give a little bit of life to Hinds. Jaquez Akins makes the tackle on special teams. 37-0 EMCC with the lead. 5:13 to go. It's a good sign for Buddy Stevens and his team so far, for Collins and Boykin. Everybody's just done so well in every facet of the game. Special teams, too. You're playing the 13th ranked team in the country. Of course, it is early. Here's an inside handoff, getting up to the 35 after a gain of 2. And there's going to be a whole wall of black shirts there. And that's where Hinds is going to be stopped after a 2-yard gain, and that's going to be Derek Turner with the carry, the 5'9", 215-pound freshman from Raymond High School. Turner will remain out there at tailback. Morton still at quarterback with trips to the left, moving left to right. Ball middle of the field. Here's the snap, rolls left, has pressure, fires it downfield, and has a man open at the EMCC 48, and that's shorter, and it's going to go off his fingertips. Should have made that reception. And that would have been the second first down for Hinds. That's exactly what it looked like. Scott Walters here in the booth saying it looks like he broke up his own pass. Hit his hands, went up in the air, and fell to the turf. So 37-0 EMCC on top, and that's going to be a holding call on Hinds. Is EMCC going to accept the penalty?
It appears that they will, so that'll push the football back inside, just inside the 25. And that'll be second down and about 18 to go.
Correction, second down and long.
In the shotgun is Morton. Shouts out instructions. Movement on the right side. Here comes the penalty flag. They think it's a free play. They fire it up, and it is intercepted by EMCC. Does he get his feet down at the 47 of Hinds? They don't say. I think it's going to be a dead ball. It's going to be a false start on Hinds because that right side of the offensive line, including the right tackle, number 65, Kanzarius Maggette, a 6'4", 280-pound offensive lineman, a freshman from Humphreys County High School, moved.
Well, so it was a free play,
It was a free play, man. Well, but it wouldn't have stood had EMCC intercepted it anyway because it was a roughing the passer penalty on, is that Eric Kitchens?
Yeah, there were actually 2 penalties on the play. One of those declined. EMCC was offsides.
That's the one declined, obviously.
And then they roughed the passer. So that's going to move the football out to the 40. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at that spot.
Their second first down. They leave it on the ground after the snap, and they're going to lose yardage back to about the 37-yard line, so loss of 3. The ball carrier is going to be Travion Craig, freshman wide receiver. Trying to come around the near side, making the tackles Kilo Sweeney, who has a interception that led to a touchdown. That was a short, 4-play drive just a moment ago when EMCC scored on the touchdown pass, and it was Messiah DeWeaver's 3rd touchdown pass of the first half. There's been 2 on the ground. Back to pass as Morton looks near side, fires it off the receiver's fingertips again at midfield. He was looking for Javen Antonio, a 6'4", 220-pound receiver. But Fred Hervey is going to be there to get his fingertips on that football. So there's a reason it went flying in the air. Hervey was there in defense. Wasn't sure he quite got his fingertips on it. If you're watching at home, it's 37-0 EMCC. Slip screen, and it is caught by Antonio this time, but he doesn't get much. Matter of fact, loses a yard back to the 36, so it'll bring up a 4th down and 15 now for Hinds.
And the Lions that time brought tacklers from just about every direction. They had a defensive lineman getting out there on the tackle. They had cornerbacks coming up. And so had that one defended well, that's going to bring up a punt situation, and the Eagles will have to kick it away from their 36. The Lions will get their return man out onto the field. That's Clayton. He'll stand back around the 25.
Flum will take the snap, almost blocked by EMCC, and it's a wobbly kick again. And it bounces at the 32, goes inside the 25, inside the 20. Clayton gets away from it, and it will go dead around the 13, 14-yard line area near the numbers to our right. So that's where EMCC will have it. First down, 10 to go from their own 13-yard line with 2:55 to go. I'd say that's the worst starting field position EMCC has had tonight.
46-yard kick, and none of them have been booming. It's the kind of thing they've been getting on the ground, getting good roll, and Lions just haven't been there to be able to fair catch those. Doing a good job kicking away from the return men.
It's looked ugly but been effective.
Absolutely.
So DeWeaver is going to be in the shotgun with the spot of the football on the right hash at their own 13 for EMCC. Here's the snap. He's back to pass. Has plenty of time. Throws it over the middle. Caught 30-yard line, 35 for hash. And making the reception is Rashid Eads, who also has a touchdown tonight through the air. So that'll move the chains. And it's going to be a 24-yard reception. Rodney Hawkins is going to make the tackle for Hinds. So up to the 38-yard line, EMCC will have first down, 10 to go, moving from right to left. Clock's inside 3 minutes, 2:38 to go here in the first half. DeWeaver, plenty of time. Pressure from up the middle, though, and it will roll to the right, fire it down the far sideline, and complete at the 45. Just as soon as I said had plenty of time, all of a sudden there was a burst of pressure up the middle. 2:30 to go. Clock stopped now here in the first half. 37-0 EMCC on top. And the reason I said if you're watching at home, because if you have to turn on your computer and you haven't been watching the whole time, maybe you have our audio turned down, you look, it's nothing. It's actually 37-0 EMCC. Try to get that corrected at the half. DeWeaver now fires it on the screen pass on the right side, complete to Moore. He's going to be pushed out of bounds around the 44-yard line. He's pushed out of bounds by Kyrie Fields, the 6'1", 200-pound defensive back for the Eagles. So it's now 3rd down and 6 after the gain of 4. 2:23 on the clock here in the first half. Lions trying to tack on some more points before halftime. Trips near side, one receiver to the far, to Weaver. Calm in the pocket, fires it over the middle. It's going to be batted down at the line of scrimmage by that defensive front by the Eagles. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 6 situation with 2:20 to go. And EMCC is going to punt it away. So this will be the second time we're going to see Johnny Moss come out and punt this football away, the freshman from Germantown High School, wearing jersey number 35. excuse me, 36, I beg your pardon. That's Smith who's wearing 35. So your kicker wears jersey 35, punter 36. By the way, you can follow the EMCC special teams on Twitter. The EMCC specialist. Here's the snap back to the 30 and gets his right leg into it. An effective kind of line drive punt's going to bounce over the return man's head. That's shorter. It's going to roll inside the 10, roll inside the 5, and 3 Lions stand around it and will down it at the 4-yard line. So Hinds with 2:06 to go will have it at their own 4, and I'd say they're probably going to be very conservative here, Charlie. Wait, what?
We're going to have, I think we're going to have a roughing.
Oh.
I missed the assessment of the penalty, but it looks like they roughed the punter, and that's going to get the offense back out onto the field. And Jason, you know, we always keep an eye out for one particular statistic in these East Mississippi games. And that is, when does the buddy rule go into effect? And we are 1 point away from having a running clock in the second half. It's 37-0, and 38's the magic number. 2:06 to go, and so points of any kind are the friend of the clock operator in the second half.
Buddy hates it, but we love it because these blowout games just seem to drag on. Here's the snapback to pass to Weaver. His great protection. Fires it to the sticks over the far side at the sideline. Caught at the sticks near the 31, and it's going to be a first down. EMCC making the reception. It's going to be Jason Brownlee. EMCC has a wealth of talent and depth at receiver. Always have depth at running back and talent.
I was going to say, I think you could have just stopped after wealth of depth and talent. I think it applies at almost everywhere on the field for the Lions right now.
Trips near side, snap from the Eagles 31. Throw over the middle, caught, and it's going to be Hendricks, and he's going to get inside the 25 down to the 23. Reddix, I beg your pardon, I misspoke.
Like the way the Lions using the middle of the field, like the way they're setting up short and then occasionally taking that shot long.
Officials spotted the football, the 23 of the Eagles. McIntosh flanked to the left to DeWeaver. Will take the snap. McIntosh going to go in pass protection. DeWeaver's going to step up, run it himself. He's going to slide inside the 20 as he's been ridden down as well. I'm going to say the official spot will be about the 19. It's going to be close to a first down. I think he's got it. Yeah, he's got the first down. So first down, 10 to go. And once again, the Lions are in the red zone. And we talked about Hinds and how, yeah, some of their miscues, it's not the difference in who's leading this ball game, but they've made some inopportune miscues that has led to 37-0.
Well, one of the problems is when you want to go on the road, you want to get a chance to win against a team like EMCC, you can't have things go wrong early. Sometimes it can just, you know, kind of spiral out of control early. And we've seen that so many times, and even in SEC football, Jason. Take the Mississippi State-Auburn game a year ago. One or two things go against you, and next thing you know, you feel like you're being blown out, and you know that the talent differential in the season shouldn't be that big. But right now, you look at it for Hinds, and they just had several things go wrong early. You saw EMCC drive the field and score. You get the ball back, and well, next thing you know, you've got a safety. You've had to punt. Now it's 16-0, and you've run just a couple of plays, and one of those games just can get away from you early.
And there was an injured player, Janez Jordan, who is trotted off the field. He's okay. Here's the play, and it's a snappy and throw near side, caught inside the 20-yard line. Making the receptions, McIntosh out of the backfield. So it's a short pass, and it will be at the 18. So second down and 8. They got to get to the 10 to get a first down, and then it would be first and goal. 54 seconds, now 53 seconds. Clock rolling here in the second quarter. Time winding down before halftime. Man in motion was Reddix from near side to far. They're going to throw it to Reddix. He's open 5. Caught 1 yard line. Touchdown. EMCC. Reddix, second touchdown of the game.
Well, if it wasn't the first game of the season, you would say that's a quarterback and a receiver who have developed great chemistry. We certainly don't expect it that early, but that was a time where DeWeaver gave everybody the look that he was going to throw to Reddix, standing still in the flats, and then Reddix broke for the end zone, and he just hung it up for him, and that's a touchdown for the Lions. 43-0, and the extra point still to come.
And Charlie, we get our wish. The buddy rule will be in effect to start the third quarter, and that PAT is going to be blocked. Hinds scrambles forward around the 5 yard line. EMCC is going to fall on him, And the kick is no good, and we will stay at 43-0 with 42 seconds to go before halftime. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the kick to the Eagles. You're listening to the EMCC Radio Network. DeWeaver with a 18-yard touchdown strike to Reddix. The 4th touchdown toss for DeWeaver. 2nd touchdown catch by Reddix in this game. 43-0 EMCC on top of the number 13th ranked Hinds Eagles. High end over and kick short, taken at the 10-yard line by Todd, out across the 15 and across the 20, 25, up near the 28-yard line. And that's shorter, I beg your pardon, that took that. Return up to about the 28-yard line. So it's going to be an 18-yard return for the Eagles. 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Return to the 28-yard line.
As we mentioned, Reddix, his 2nd touchdown pass.
First down high.
Caught. And EMCC coming out of the locker room, the clock will roll. It's 43-0. Here's the snap by Morton. He's going to hand it off to his tailback, who goes straight up the middle, and he's not going to get much. Maybe up to the 30, which would be a gain of 2 on the play. And the ball carrier that time for Hinds is going to be Jadarius Payne.
Jadarius Payne on the carry.
Payne 5'11", 220, a sophomore from McGee High School.
1 yard gain.
And Hinds is just comfortable to let this clock run out. 6 seconds, now 5 seconds, and we're about to be at the half. 43-0. EMCC is going to lead it over the Hinds Eagles. It's been all Lions here in the first half. We'll be back with our halftime show in just a moment. You're listening to the EMCC Radio Network.
Hinds Community College Eagles 0.
1 minute.
Opportunity happens at East Mississippi Community College. The opportunity to jumpstart your education with our affordable tuition and financial aid options. The opportunity to explore many career paths with our industry-leading workforce training and academic programs. The opportunity to become a national champion on and off the field. Turn opportunity into reality. Register today at East Mississippi Community College. Opportunity happens here.
Speed.
How about a warm round of applause for your EMCC Mighty Line Band? The band is led on the field by drum majors Kelly Williams of New Hope, Mississippi, and Chase Griffith from Enterprise, Mississippi. Percussion coordinator is David Sullivan. Color guard coordinator is Catherine Fulton. Eastern Bell's dance coordinator is Megan Anderson. Assistant director of bands is Ron Gann, and EMCC director of bands is Chris King. The band and staff would like to thank the administration of East Mississippi Community College for their constant encouragement and support. Don't forget to find the band on social media by following us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Winfield pointed out prior to halftime, after that last touchdown, which was DeWeaver to Reddick's 18-yard scoring strike. That means the second half clock is going to run until Hinds gets it up under 38 points. The way Hinds has performed in the first half offensively and the way EMCC has performed defensively, I don't see that happening. But, hey, that's why you have halftime. You make adjustments, give your team a breather. We'll wait and see what Hinds has in the tank in the second half. And it could be very easy at this point just to roll over and go ahead and give up. You're playing on the road against the reigning national champions who look every bit as good in 2018 as they were in 2017. And Hinds is going to take the second half kickoff. But Hinds is a little more prideful than that, and they have better players than that. You know, we've seen some teams come in here and they just absolutely have no hope to get back in a contest, and you could tell it, but Hinds certainly can. And taking a line drive at the 1 yard line up across 10, 15, 20, staying on his feet at the numbers near side the 25, and that is going to be shorter with the return for Hinds, and it's going to be a 24-yard return as he gets out to the 25-yard line. So 14:41 to go here in the third quarter. Clock is rolling. Hinds is going to trot out like they're in no hurry. And it's going to be once again Tylen Morton at quarterback. His tailback in the backfield, Jadarius Payne.
Well, if you're Hinds, Jason, I think it's a situation here where you just have to kind of forget about the scoreboard. Try to at least put together some successful plays.
High snap to Morton, rolls left and squares to fire. It's going to be batted back up in the air and almost completed back to Morton, and it's incomplete at the 10-yard line. That's where he tried to corral it back in, and now we have some jawing going on a little bit. Looks like Morton maybe just rattled a little bit. I mean, Morton's the one kind of initiating the jawing to the defense, and when you see that happen, it's not a good sign for the losing team.
Well, when you're running around with a football, you can provoke defensive action, and wasn't going to get a flag there.
Snap at the knees and almost intercepted. He threw it to the left side looking for his receiver, Travion Craig, and it goes in and out of the belly of a would-be interceptor. Was that Kitchens? No, I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. That was Akins. Yeah, Jaquez Akins. Body size difference between 47 and 9. Here's the snap on third down and 9. And rolling to the near side, looking. He's going to keep it himself, gets to the 30, braces himself for impact, and gets that impact at the 31. And it's going to bring up a fourth down from their own 31-yard line. So Morton now jawing again with this near sideline. 43-0.
Yeah, what better spot to do it? Down 43-0 early in the third. Go ahead and let everybody know what you think. But
this
that
has gone
will
out the window.
Get the return unit out on the field. DJ Clayton, the punt returner, will head back to around the 27-yard line, and we will have the adventure that is the Hinds punt.
It's going to one hop to Flum. He's going to take it at the 20, picks it up like a shortstop, and gets his leg into it, and it's going to be fielded by EMCC inside the 30 at around the 28, and going backwards at the 25 and running out of bounds laterally is going to be Clayton at the 25-yard line. So he's going to lose about 3 yards on the play as he took a forward step around the 28-yard line and then went backwards.
And Jason, I think we're going to see a new quarterback in the ball game, and we are. VJ Miller back out on the football field. He will be the quarterback here to start the third quarter.
Boy, this is bringing back memories. VJ Miller, the quarterback in 2016, you know, he was the freshman out of Itawamba that led that team and almost come from behind victory at Jones when EMCC only had, 25 players.
Yeah, VJ Miller, very good running the football. He's got a strong arm.
And he completes a pass out across the 30-yard line up near the 35. I think getting out to the 36 is going to be Boykin as he threw it on the sidelines to the far side. And that's good for 8.
Well, we talked about LaQuinston Sharp all night, but he has been lined up at right tackle and just having his way. He had his man on the ground that time.
Here's the snap of the 36. Miller going to run it up the middle, carrying the football like he should, and he's going to be hit at the 40-yard line. He's going to get forward a little bit across the 40, between the 40 and 41. That's enough for a first down.
Number 12, VJ Miller.
So VJ Miller completing a pass and then getting a first down with his legs on his first 2 snaps. missing the 2017 season, still in the San Diego Padre organization. With 10:54 to go here in the third, clock rolling. Miller trying to get his feet wet again.
Yeah, go back to 2 years ago. He was the guy that if you got into short yardage, you got into a situation where you wanted to run, you would have him in the game.
Twins either side, ball on the right hash. Spotted the football at the 40, back to pass. Now firing it deep down the field, and it's caught inside Hinds territory at the 48, getting inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line and wrestled down to the turf there. Making the tackle is going to be Kyrie Fields, the reception by Miller.
Well, we have seen EMCC before become a heavy dual quarterback attack, and the way Miller's looking here early, you may see that again this year.
Down to the 42-yard line of Hinds. First down, 10 to go. EMCC with 25 first downs. Snap at the chest, takes it, has a lane up the middle. Now bounces to the outside and gets inside the 40 at about the 39-yard line, maybe down to the 38. Spot of the football will be on the far hash. He got between the far hash and the far numbers. Spot of the football is going to be the 38. So it's going to bring up now a second down and 7 situation after the gain of 3. Miller races his left leg, takes the snap, back to pass, plenty of time, steps up, fires it, and it's out of the hands of the would-be receiver at the 24-yard line. And he was looking for Adrian Miller, and he was all alone. He makes the reception, not saying he's going to turn and score. There were some white jerseys in the vicinity, but
yeah, he had a bubble around him, I think would be the way to say it. He had a lot of cushion there, but that's going to bring up third down and about 7 to go.
Clock rolling, 9:08 to go here in the third quarter. Running clock because of the deficiency in the score. It's 43-0. It's going to be a false start on EMCC. They throw the flag. And it's going to be a false start, so it's going to back up EMCC 5 more yards. So that's going to be a 3rd and 12 now.
Yeah, they're going to get Jacoby Jones, the left tackle that time. Looked like he was just giving a signal to some other linemen as to who they were going to go block, but perhaps got a little bit out of position, and Buddy Stevens sharing his views on the wisdom of that call.
And not happy with Jones as he comes off the field, replaced by D'Anthony Page. So 3rd and a long 11. On the plus side of the field, throws it far side on the check down and getting inside the 40, going down the numbers 35 and gets near the first down. And making the reception for EMCC is going to be Keon Moore.
It's going to be about half a yard shy, maybe a yard, so we'll call it 4th and 1. And let's see, you've got McIntosh in the ball game, but is this a chance for VJ Miller to keep it himself? And they got 2 good running options back there right now.
So on 4th down and short, 4th and 2. Miller in the shotgun's going to have Moore flanked to his left, twin receivers either side. Ball on the right hash, moving right to left. We're in the third quarter with a running clock. 43-0 EMCC. Oh, they go straight up the middle, and it's going to be McIntosh, I beg your pardon, who takes the carry, and he gets inside the 25 down to the 24. It was not Moore. It was number 20, not 25. They have similar body builds, and it's another first down, which is the 26 for EMCC in this game. 26 carries for 117 yards so far for this Lion rushing attack. Miller with the first down snap inside the 25 at the 24. Will hand it off to McIntosh, and there's just white jerseys chasing him to either side. He gets inside the 10. He's going to make it first down and goal to go for the Lions.
They go back to early in the ball game, Jason. EMCC getting 2 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards, carrying the football. We said the key is you have to stick to the run. You have to stay committed to it. And now you see the effect of this offensive line pushing on those defensive linemen throughout this ball game. Now those lanes really opening up for McIntosh.
So first down, 10 to go from the 9. First down and goal, I should say, and the snap's going to be to the right of Miller, and he overruns it, and then Hinds is going to slide on it at the 23-yard line. Oh, what a mistake by EMCC. They had it first and goal to go from the Eagles' 9. The snap was a little wide, and then Miller just overran it, and then slipped down and couldn't fall on it.
Well, the snap has been a challenge here today, and we've seen them roll back. That one just kind of sailed past Miller. And as you say, Jason, he was going back to get the football. Probably better off just to fall on that one. I won't even say probably. Would have been better off just to fall on that one, but tried to pick it up on the move, and that's a turnover.
Here's a snap from their own 23 and a quick pass over the middle, and it's caught at the 30-yard line. Morton is going to find Travion Craig. It's going to be a nice gain on first down. It's going to bring up a second and short situation. Gain of 8, so 2nd and 2. Making the tackles, Tamias Glass out of Nanawaya. Here's the snap. Near the 30 and avoiding the sack. And then going straight up the middle, getting out across the 40 and now sliding around the 42 is the quarterback Morton. And he's going to signal with his right arm, first down. And the Eagles are going to have their 3rd first down of the game, and that's going to be Shavoki Harrington who's going to make the tackle. So from their own 43, ball far hash. Morton takes a snap, quick pass over on the left side. A little lateral pass, and it's going to be complete to Reginald Todd, and he is going to get out near the 50-yard line up to about the 49. So it's going to bring up 2nd down. By the way, Pearl River leading Itawamba Community College in the 3rd, 27-14. Holmes down by 8 to Kapia Lincoln in the 4th, 28-8. Snap on 2nd and 3, and they go off tackle left side. And going actually slightly right behind the right guard is going to be the running back, David Abney, the 5'7" freshman. East Central Community College up by 10 over Northwest. The snap on 3rd down and 1. They go back to Abney, and he goes straight up the middle. He's going to have the first down. He gets down to the EMCC 45-yard line. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but this is the first time that the Eagles have been inside Lion territory. Jones up 28-0 on Coahoma in the 3rd at the half. Actually, that was our score from the half. Mississippi Gulf Coast all over Mississippi Delta, 52-0 in the 4th. First down snap coming from the EMCC 45 momentarily. Now they look back to the far sideline. Morton will have Don Ragsdale flanked to his left. He fakes the give to him, fires it over on the left side, caught by Reginald Todd inside the 35. He's inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Another first down for Hinds. Northeast leading Southwest 21-19 in the 3rd quarter. .357 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Down to the 28-yard line and another first down. And now faking the run and then throwing it to Morton. It's incomplete over on the left sideline. Rolled left, and Charlie, well, he had a receiver in the area. The receiver never broke from the DB, and he just kind of threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, they tried to make that look like a run and then break off a receiver going deep. Got tangled up with a cornerback over there across the way. That was Swinney. And just couldn't break free, couldn't get separation. It goes incomplete. 2nd down.
So it's 2nd and 10 from the 28 of EMCC. Ball left hash. Moving from left to right. Morton in the shotgun. We'll have Ragsdale flanked to his left. Fakes to give to him. Now just throws it like a punt over on the left side, and it's incomplete at the 10, but we have a penalty flag, and I think that's going to be a hold on either Sweeney or the other defensive back in the area there. It looks as if this is going to be on EMCC, and it is. And it's going to be on Sweeney.
Yeah, pass interference that time, and so that'll be a first down, and that's going to move the football closer to the goal line. Going to get it inside the 20. So mark it right at the 15-yard line. Ball at the far hash mark.
The score will do something we don't want it to do, and that's going to stop that clock. And Ragsdale's going to take the inside handoff. He's going to be hit hard as he gets inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Whole host of Lions will make the tackle. Leading the charge, though, is going to be LaShawn Polino Bell, a transfer from Michigan State. Starter on the defensive front. Ragsdale flanked to the left of Morton. They'll look back to the left on 2nd down and 10. Ball on the 15-yard line, so no gain there. Play action, now rolling to the left. Looking, still rolling. Now going to keep it himself. Is going to be hit hard as he gets inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. And so making the tackle for EMCC is going to be John Velasco. We roll inside 2 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Huge play here defensively for EMCC, trying to preserve this shutout with 1:40 to go in the 3rd. Here's the snap to Morton. Fakes the give. A little screen pass left side, and it's caught getting down to the 10-yard line. It's going to be the receiver, and it looks like that's Shorter. It is Shorter, who's going to be short of the first down, so they're going to bring out the field goal unit.
Now just trying to get on the scoreboard here, break up the shutout. It's 43-0, minute 18 to go.
So it'll bring up a 27-yard attempt by the kicker, who's also the punter, Carson Flum, 5'8", 160-pounder from Kapia Academy. And as you mentioned, trying to break up the shutout. with 58 seconds and counting to go in the third. Snap is back. It bounces to the holder. He picks it up. He falls down, and it will remain a shutout. And the ball's going to be picked up by EMCC at the 20, but tackled there around the 21. And that's going to be Sweeney who picks up that loose football. I beg your pardon, that is not Sweeney. That is going to be Akins. Jaquez Akins, number 9, not number 6. And so with 34 seconds to go in the third quarter, we'll stay at 43-0. And special teams has really been an Achilles heel tonight for Hinds.
Yeah, it has. They had trouble in the punt game, and that time had a bad snap. And let's see if the Lions will run one more play here before the end of the quarter.
So they'll have it now at their own 20, moving right to left. They're about to swamp into the field, though, after this play. I think they certainly have a chance to snap it, and I think they will. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, they do. They will hand it off. And now bouncing it out to the near side and getting out across the 25 and going to be down there. And that's going to be McIntosh again on the carry. He'll get 5 yards. So we'll have a second down and 5 to go when we return. As they swap into the field, EMCC leads it 43-0 as we head to the fourth and final period here in Scuba. It's the kickoff of the 2018 season for EMCC and Hinds in MACJC play. You're listening to the EMCC Radio Network. This teacher's like videoing all these kids on the playground and they're doing their dabs.
Did you get Bart's message?
Yeah, that one kid does this. He goes. Okay, thank you. Miller throws it incomplete as he rolled to the near side. It's incomplete at the 30-yard line, so that'll bring up now a 3rd down and 7 situation from the 24. And correctly said it would be a 2nd and 5 before the start of the fourth quarter, but it was a 2nd and 7. So with that incomplete pass, 3rd and 7, EMCC is going to have it near the 25-yard line. Trips to the near side, moving left to right, their own 24. Here's the snap to Miller. Plenty of time, steps up, rolls to his left, going to keep it himself. He's at the 30 and tries to avoid a man. He would have had the first down if he hadn't possibly tried to take it, bounce it back to the sideline. He was between the numbers and the sidelines, dropped the football as he got near the 30. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and 2 situation. I think if you're EMCC, you got to punt it, and that's what they're going to do. So here comes the punt unit. B.J. Miller's offense kind of spit and sputtered and stalled at the 29-yard line. Want the fastest updates on what's going on with East Mississippi Athletics? Follow our EMCC Athletics social media accounts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Periscope. You can also check out the institutional accounts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Moss back to punt. Here's a high end-over-end kick, and it's going to bounce at the 39. Roll inside the 35. Return man is shorter, and he's going to move out of the way, so EMCC is going to down it at the 33. Hinds will have it at their own 33, moving right to left. You can also visit EMCC Athletics on the web for live broadcast, news, stats, schedules, and more. Visit www.emccathletics.com.
Well, that will get Hinds back out on the football field. 12:53 to go, trailing 43-0.
12:46 clock rolling. Going to fake the inside handoff and throw it short and near side, a little slant, and it's caught. And making the reception is Miguel Powell.
Yeah, Tamias Glass there to make the tackle, the youngster out of Nanawoya.
Hinds trying to get a little rhythm going here and play a little up-tempo. 2nd down and 2 after the 8-yard gain. And they leave it on the ground, and he is going to be hit hard, and that's Abney, the little back. David Abney's 5'7", 170. Freshman from Pascagoula High School, and he is met hard by EMCC's Everett Cunningham.
Yeah,
as he tried to go up the middle.
He ran into a wall named Cunningham on that one because, boy, he just was thrown backwards.
Now Ragsdale's going to return, and oh, goodness. Well, the right guard, left guard, and left tackle all thought it was on 2, and it was on 3, so it's a false start now on Hinds. 43-0, EMCC with the lead, clock rolling, 11:49 and counting.
Yeah, whatever it was on, it was one more than a lot of the people thought. Asking the band to stop playing.
Wow.
Oh, and they're going to wave off.
I've never seen that.
Well, that's a new one because the EMCC band is basically played nonstop in the late third, early fourth quarter for years. That's an illegal procedure right there.
So the left tackle, hey, the EMCC band started singing.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. They tried to get a penalty the first time, and, well, they kept trying.
John Dale got the penalty. Charlie, he's one of the captains, and he leans forward as the EMCC band's singing to the top of their lungs. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. So self-destructing Hinds has been doing all night, and that's the thing they could least afford to do. They're trailing 43-0. 10:48, 10:47, clock ticking here in the fourth quarter. Here's the snap to Morton, throws it over the middle quickly. It's incomplete, and there were a couple of guys in defense there. And it's going to be Joseph Anderson, one of the captains for EMCC, that is on in defense up the middle at the 40-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 7.
You know, I don't know if you're just trying to give Morton a chance maybe to have something go right, but at some point you just have to wonder, if you're Hinds, what you're attempting to accomplish. Down 43-0, basically 10 minutes left to go in the game. Your starting quarterback still out there. I think I would have long since gone to the substitution pattern if I were Hinds.
DJ Clayton's going to be back deep to receive. Furman has to reach out to his left to get it, and another ugly kick, but he's effective because he keeps it away from Clayton. It goes to the right side, rolls inside the 30 between the numbers and the sideline, and will roll dead at the 27-yard line. So that's where EMCC will have it. Their own 27, moving left to right, 43-0. Big weekend coming up. Ole Miss takes on Texas Tech, and Dakota Allen, our former linebacker here at EMCC, spoke with him this past week, actually, Charlie, and he's gearing up for the Rebels. 11 o'clock is the kickoff, NRG Stadium in Houston. Texas Tech and Ole Miss and Mississippi State will kick off with Stephen F. Austin. That's going to be at 6:30 p.m. from Starkville. Southern Miss Jackson State will play this Saturday evening in Hattiesburg. First down, 10 to go for EMCC. Trips near side, the snap from their own 27, inside handoff, bouncing it to the outside is Moore. He gets up across the 30 up to about the 31-yard line. So a gain of 4, and that'll bring up now 2nd down and 6. This is always a fun weekend because not only opening up college football, but it's also Labor Day. So a lot of folks get Monday off from work, and there's college football every day.
2nd down and 6.
Got JUCO tonight, high school tomorrow night, college on Saturday. Great time of year. 2nd and 6, going straight up the middle, not getting much there, up to about the 32-yard line is Moore. The tackle is going to be made by the Eagles' Amos Robinson. Tackles Moore, 1-yard gain, so 3rd down and 5. Miller fires it left side, caught near the sideline at the 43, 1st down, and walking out of bounds at the 45. E.J. Miller is going to throw it to Travion Jones, who makes the reception for the Lions. Travion Jones is a receiver out of Woodville, Mississippi, played at Wilkinson County High School. Twins either side, ball left side at their own 45. EMCC moving left to right. They throw it incomplete as they were looking for Connor. E.J. Miller was around the 49-yard line. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 45 of EMCC. We'll have a short post-game show coming up for you. We will not be able to talk with Buddy Stevens today because of our sideline reporter absence. But we'll make it very quick here in the booth. EMCC, the #1 ranked team in the country. Other teams from Mississippi ranked in the top 10, Northwest Mississippi. Jones comes in at number 9. Here's the snap on 2nd and 10. Miller avoids a sack, and he's going to throw it complete near the sticks at the 45-yard line of Hinds. Going to get down to the 44, so it's going to be just shy.
Miller's pass complete to Jason Brownlee.
Jason Brownlee is going to make the reception. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. Emmanuel Dabney will make the tackle. 3rd and 1 from the 44 of Hinds. Ball near hash. Miller in the shotgun. Miller with a long snap count will take the football, will hand it off to Moore. Bounces outside, near side, dives inside the 40. He'll have the first down to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, it was McIntosh there back in the ball game. He gets it down to the 38. Really like the promise that he has, Jason. Really has a chance to be a really good back.
Yes, he does. McIntosh, of course, was showing some promise at Notre Dame last year, and I shouldn't be looking at this football rankings list instead of paying attention who's being subbed in and out. He goes in pass protection there as Miller's going to be upset with himself. He throws it near side, incomplete to the 35. He was trying to find Clayton. And that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10.
In coverage for Jadius Harris.
And they're going to put more back in there, so they're rotating backs in and out. You've got trips to the left, one to the near side. 2nd and 10 from the 38 of Hinds, and throws it short over on the left side on the hashes and getting inside the 30. Down to about the 28. That's going to be close to a first down. Reddix is going to make the reception. Making the tackle on the play is going to be Willie Brown, the freshman from Pearl High School. And it is a first down. So Reddix, who's had quite a first game in his EMCC career, a couple of touchdown catches, first down catches as well. Snap on first down from the 28 of Hinds, inside handoff. And EMCC isn't going to get much there with Moore. He's going to be tripped up around the 27. It's about a half-yard gain. 2nd down and a long 9 with twins either side. Clock's at 4:58 and counting in the 4th quarter. 43-0 EMCC. Miller back to pass, rolls left, rolls back, then rolls back left, squares to throw, now going to keep it, and jukes one man out of his shoes, gets inside the 20, goes to the far sideline, going to have the first down as he gets near the 15-yard line. Well, I would say that EMCC for certainly does not have a quarterback problem in 2018.
No, they certainly do not. They're going to have plenty of options at running back, quarterback. And we talked about, Jason, so much depth across the board, but really look to have reloaded at those athlete positions.
First down, 10 to go. Spotted the football, the 16 of the Eagles. Snap to Miller. Rolls to the near side. Plenty of time. Fires it off the fingertips of his intended receiver at the 13-yard line. I think he was looking for Reddix. Reddix has run out of view. It was Reddix. He just kept running through the cheerleaders and over near the wall, and Reddix couldn't haul in that catch. We run under 4 minutes now. Roll under 4 minutes to play here in this game, I should say. 43-0. 2nd and 10 to go from the 16 of the Eagles for V.J. Miller in this Lion offense. Now the officials are going to come in and stop play. And I certainly hope no one has called a timeout. Whatever it is, Buddy Stevens is not happy, and he's walked halfway out between the sideline and the numbers. And they're sending out another offensive lineman, and once again, it is going to be Bailey Trusty who's coming out, and replacing him is going to be DeAnthony Page again.
You know, I don't know if it's an
equipment
issue or what it is. I've seen them a couple times working on sleeves, not covering pads. Perhaps that's the issue.
Whatever it is has Buddy upset with the officials. 3:27 to go here in this game. 2nd and 10 for the 16. Waiting on the snap back. Here it is. Back to pass as Miller steps up in the pocket, fires it over on the left side. It's caught at the 13-yard line. It's skimming out of bounds somewhere around the neighborhood of the 9-yard line. Is going to be McIntosh. McIntosh is showing a lot of skills. Not only being able to run the football between the tackles, shows great burstability, so to speak, but he also can catch the football coming out of the backfield.
Well, that's the thing. We've probably seen more tonight in the past 3 years combined, and that's his passes out in the flat. So he did it some with guys like Isaiah Wright, but not like this.
3rd and 3, and they throw it over on the left side, and it is incomplete. Looking for McIntosh once again. Well, if that's the case about pads not being covered, McIntosh is violating that as well. I mean, his right shoulder pad is sticking out of his jersey. One thing about these jerseys they're wearing, they're very, very tight. tight fitting, so if it gets a little bit loose around those pants, it's going to pop up. 2:23, 2:22. Clock rolling here in the fourth quarter. 43-0, EMCC on top. And the Lions in no hurry with 13 seconds, now 12 seconds. And they've got a fourth down, so obviously EMCC not looking to score here for obvious reasons. This game is over. It's 43-0, and now Buddy Stevens is going to call his team over as the Lions are going to call a timeout to avoid getting a penalty here. So as they talk about this one, Charlie, let's break for 30 seconds. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to the EMCC.
Opportunity happens at East Mississippi Community College. The opportunity to jumpstart your education with our affordable tuition and financial aid options. The opportunity to explore many career paths with our industry-leading workforce training and academic programs. The opportunity to become a national champion on and off the field. Turn opportunity into reality. Register today at East Mississippi Community College. Opportunity happens here.
To go in the fourth quarter, the clock did stop. Obviously, it was a timeout called by EMCC. So 43-0, fourth down 3. B.J. Miller comes out. And the official blows the whistle, so we're ready for the snap. EMCC going to go for it on fourth down and 3 inside the 10-yard line of Hinds. Back to pass. Miller fires it over at the 5-yard line. It is caught. And trying to spin free, getting down to about the 3-yard line, is going to be Travion Jones, the 6-foot sophomore from Woodville, Mississippi. That's enough for a first down, so EMCC will not give this ball back over to Hinds unless they punch it into the end zone here.
Well, they're going to take their time about it,
right.
But you can. I don't think back off is in the playbook.
Waiting the snap from the 3, and they're going to leave it on the ground, going towards the goal line. There's a big scrum around the goal line. Is it a touchdown? Yes. Touchdown EMCC from about 3 yards out. Deion McIntosh with another rushing touchdown in this contest. McIntosh with his 3rd of the game.
Well, and a host of yellow flags come flying.
And that's going to be on McIntosh. There's 55 seconds to go in this game. Clock still rolling, so EMCC is going to line up for the PAT. Josh Smith out of Tupelo High School has only been unsuccessful on 1 PAT attempt tonight. We're waiting the snap back. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is good. Right through the uprights. And EMCC leads it 50-0 with 23 seconds to go. Fireworks are exploding as Hinds dejectedly walks across the field there as they jog off, getting set to come shake hands now with 12 seconds to go. EMCC is about to win their season opener. And I think they made a statement tonight. Final score, EMCC 50. Hinds 0, as EMCC begins their defense of their 2017 national championship in fine fashion. They'll dance across the field in a line as they line up to shake hands with Hinds. And EMCC is in the win column, and they start off 2018 in fine fashion. As the fireworks fire, we'll take a quick 2-minute timeout. We're going to come back and wrap up the broadcast on the shortened postgame show as you're listening to the EMCC Radio Network. They've Huh? No, probably not. Yeah, except for we don't even have to read a lot of. That's just. I'm not gonna do the summary. That's just